Steve Dotto here. Today, Dropbox. Everything you need to know about Dropbox in 5 minutes or less. Are you ready? Go. Dropbox allows you to take any file on your computer, and I do mean any file on your computer. Put it into your Dropbox folder, store it in a file folder in your Dropbox folder, and then access that file on any of your devices, on your phone, on your tablet, your notebook, your other computers. It allows you to have that file stored in the cloud. It's synced using Dropbox's internet services, meaning that it's basically living in the cloud, always up to date, and you can then access it using your devices. Once it's there, though, you have multiple other options of what you can do with that file. For example, you can share that file with others, meaning that you don't need to use attachments anymore, or you don't need to use removable media. That's especially important when you're dealing with large files and sending large attachments. It's also important if you think about the fact that the file that's stored online is always the most current one, so that if you're working with somebody else on a project and you're sending, say, Microsoft Word documents back and forth, and you're not sure if you have the latest document that you're working on, if you access it from Dropbox, it's always going to be the latest version. I think I better dive in and we can show you how it works. If you visit the Dropbox website, you can sign up for a free Dropbox account. I think they include 2 gigabytes of free storage, which is quite a bit to start, and certainly enough for you to get a feel for how it works. If you invite other people to use Dropbox, they give you additional storage. But once you use Dropbox for a little while, you'll end up purchasing more storage. And there's the pricing model is right here now. I've got like 50 gigabytes, so it costs me a fair bit, not a huge amount of money, but it does cost me a little bit. It starts at about $99 per year per user for the kind of the pro version of Dropbox, which gives you a tremendous amount of storage. Once you install Dropbox, you can access it through the web, but you also install it on your computer. And when it installs, it'll install as a menu bar item that you can see. So this is where I use Dropbox the most, right up here in my menu bar. If I click on that, we'll see the drop-down Dropbox menu. Now, it shows me 2 different things. Actually, this is a new interface that they've just incorporated. It shows me the most recently changed files or the most recently uploaded files. It shows me my Dropbox folder and Dropbox.com. The Dropbox folder means that's the folder that resides on my hard drive. So we actually have a physical folder on our drive that contains all of our Dropbox items. That's what Dropbox is going to sync to. So you've always got a local copy of all of your documents. And you can access that just by clicking on the Dropbox folder. And there is all of my Dropbox folders and files. Now you can see, actually, if you just take a quick look here, and if we take a step back, I've got Text Expander here. What this is all of my Text Expander snippets and preferences. I've shown you Text Expander in an earlier video. It's a tool that allows you to do keyboard shortcuts. This is where it's stored so that I have the same snippets available on my notebook and on my desktop computer. I use Dropbox as a syncing tool to sync that device. I also use it to back up all of my accounting files and all of my photos. As soon as I plug my iPhone into charge, all of the images that are in it are uploaded already to the camera uploads for the photos, so I've got access to all of my photos. Are you starting to see where Dropbox can really work well for you? How do you put a file in Dropbox? Oh, I should show you that. Let me see. Let me grab a file. I've got a screenshot here. I don't even know what it is. So there's a file there. If I want to put that into Dropbox and have it synced to the cloud, I just take that, and I'm just going to put it out here in the root because I don't really want to keep it. So there it is. It's now uploaded so that if I'm on my phone later and I need to access that file, it's available to me in Dropbox. It's that easy to upload files. Now, it gets better because any files that you upload, you can start to share with others. This is one of the most important things that you do. You can set up to share whole folders if you're working on projects, but for the most part, there's a default. They create a public folder for you within Dropbox, and this allows you to quickly share any documents with anybody else. This one's already set up for sharing. All you do to share any document, say I want to share this spreadsheet with somebody else, I just click on the document, I right-click my mouse, and then I can copy the public link. If I copy the public link, in my clipboard then comes a little URL that people can click on. I can put into an email into an email without attaching the document, and then people just click on that link and they can download the document. It's very, very slick. Now, one thing you do need to understand is the difference between the Dropbox app in the folder that you have locally on your computer and Dropbox.com. So let's just sign into Dropbox.com because that is where you actually will do some other of your management tasks. So when I open my Dropbox account here, we can see all of the exact same folders are available to me within Dropbox right here that I have, and they're all synced. They're all synced to my desktop computer and to my notebook computer, and I can access them on my phone, in my iPad, or my Android tablet as well, and BlackBerry as well, for that matter. So they're all here. But if you're setting up to do a project, you're working with somebody else and you're going to want to share a whole folder rather than sharing each individual file, this is where you set up for sharing. So let's say I wanted to take we'll say this BCIT document. Let's say I want to work on that with somebody else. I can set up to share it by right-clicking on it, invite people to the folder, and then I just invite other people by typing in their email address and then share the folder with them. When they accept the sharing, then they can access that folder and everything that's contained within it. So that works tremendously for when you're working on projects together. As I was mentioning earlier, a problem with sending email attachments back and forth with documents is you're never sure if you're working on editing the most current version of that document. If you store it online, you're always editing the most current version. That is absolutely brilliant. The last huge feature of Dropbox is the security feature, the fact that you're backing up your data automatically. So if you think about Dropbox, we're backing up, first of all, we've got our Dropbox folder with all of our documents on our local drive. Then we have a cloud-based backup on Dropbox's servers. But then since we're syncing to other devices, we have the same files being synced, say, to our notebook or to another desktop computer at home if we have one in the office. So you're getting some really good backup security by using Dropbox. I think it's a tremendous tool. For me, it sets the standard as far as online backup and online file sharing. Dropbox. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a like. We always appreciate the support. I'm Steve Dotto. We'll see you soon.